Hi, everybody. Hello. I always like looking at that intro. Always good. We're waiting for Maddie, but I'm going to be looking for people to do readings for. So please post your hi, everybody that just came in. They just all popped in. Post your requests. Remember to, during the hour to repost if we don't get to you. Sometimes it's hard for us to go up the list again. And we try, to do that. And sometimes we just can't. So go ahead and post your questions. Um, we got a lot of people that just came in. That's great. Okay, so let's go over some of the rules. You have to be 18 or older to get a reading from us. No health, including pregnancy, no legal questions. Please don't put anybody's name in your request. You can put something like you want to know something about your ex or someone you're related to or a co-worker. A person of interest would be a love interest. So no initials and no names, okay? And then we can go ahead and put you up and do a reading for you. We randomly select people. We don't have a list. We just grab somebody, okay? So just don't shoot us when we can't get to you. But we are here. We won't be here Monday, Labor Day. That's a holiday here in the U.S. So, but we try to make it every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 6:30 p.m. Pacific, okay? And then come back and you can always give us a little thing saying, I was here, but I didn't get a reading this week, or I didn't get a reading last time, or first time here. I'd love to have a reading. And we try to pull those people so that we can give them an experience or get to them. So please go ahead and do that. These are free readings. Matty Tarot and I, we have this pact that we want to give real wonderful readings to people, and it doesn't matter if they have any money or not. We're not that way. If you want to send us $1, $5, $10, whatever you want to do, you can do that. We have pay links that you can just click on in the description as a tip, or they're scrolling across the bottom on the scroll bar. But you don't have to. Okay, you don't have to. We're giving back because God gave us these wonderful gifts, and we're going to do free readings. We can't do a ton of them in an hour. Sometime my thing is that I'd like to do is have a pajama party and we just stay up late and do readings. That would be great. Hi, Kite. Hi, Tammy. Hi, Carlos. Hi, Mystic Bond. And let's see, Kelly, Ametha, Marianne. I'm not going to scroll all the way back though. Let's see. Kim, Brianne, hi. Yasmina, Iva. So I saw some of the things that you said. Kite, one of the things that we can't do is we don't put other people's name up here across here when we're doing readings. So the person that you wrote on there, can you say it's a person of interest, something like that? So we just don't want proper names there. We don't out people. This really is you we're talking about. So just change that request, okay? So anyway, I see a couple things that you guys have. Carlos, thank you for asking me how I am and sharing the show. We really asked you to share the show. We are leaving Meetup. If you're coming in through Meetup, Psychic Fixes Meetup, we have well over 800 people there, but Meetup doubled their fees it's like almost $350. And I said, I'm not going to do that. So this is really going to be our last couple of shows where people on Meetup will coming through. But those people on Meetup can subscribe to our channels, Matty Tarot or Psychic Fixes on YouTube or Facebook Psychic Fixes, and you'll get notified when we go live, okay? But Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Now, I'm going to be doing some readings with Kim Een. If you're from San Diego, she's the best medium, psychic, and hypnotherapist in the county. And how do I know? I have gotten readings from her that blew my mind and took me on this path. And that's fine. That's perfect. And Matty Tarot's here. Hi. I went over our rules and I talked about tipping and subscribing and liking. Please, everybody, one person, and we have a lot of people here, we have 2 YouTubes and we have a Facebook here. We have people from Meetup. So please like or any of those little emojis, but not, I'll get upset if you put the mean one, but put like or love or whatever, and give us that little thing up there so that we can go places on the internet. We want them to put us out there. We also will be boosting our posts to get some more people in, and we're excited about that. So hi, Matty.
Hey, happy Wisdom Wednesday.
It is.
Hi,
It is
everybody.
Wisdom Wednesday. I did not do a Wheel Wednesday because I've been working all day.
No,
And
that's
another challenging day for my health. I gotta say.
I'm sorry, Debbie.
I will get better, but I will mute and cough. How's that?
Okay.
Hi, Christine. Hi, Christine. We have a lot of people here, and I asked everybody to share the show. If you guys see Michael Reeves, he sent me his wish list for a prize from when we did trivia, and it's very nice, but I need his address to send it. So if you guys see him, say hey, say hi. Michael's here.
Debbie, that's my Michael, so it's my address.
It's your Michael. Yeah. I didn't know that.
I know.
I did not know the last name.
I was talking to him earlier, and I was like, I don't think Debbie realizes it's that
the last name.
It's you.
All right. I have that address. I just want to make sure. I sent him an email. I want to make sure I'm getting all the specs, because I think he needs to order some more stuff from me. I mean, I need to buy more stuff for him because I can buy more stuff. Don't want the prices to be bigger. So anyway, I sent him an email. Okay, you guys.
Wisdom.
Hi, Kayla. Everybody go ahead and put your requests in. Whatever your question is, general, a specific month. You want to look at September? That's coming up, or 3 months, September, October, November. You get more details if you just do 1 month, by the way. So,
yes, and okay. I have, today I have my Archangel Power Tarot. So angel, wisdom from the angels and our guides. I've got my tarot of the Muse Tarot, Tarot de Luz. I've got the Prism Oracle, my crystal cards, of course. And then, as always, if you'd like to have if you have a yes or no question, sometimes I take a few yes or no. Debbie's just opposite. Debbie's just got tarot. I love it.
But it's so good.
You can't go wrong. But I will sometimes group a bunch of yes or no questions. So if you guys have a yes or no question, you can put it in the chat, and if I see it, I'll try to get to as many as possible, and we'll use the pendulum for that.
Christine, you have to take the person's name out and say person of interest, someone that you know, a friend, whatever. Okay. Love interest, whatever. But we don't put it up if you put the person's name in there. Mystic Blonde, what's your question on it? We only got part of your question at the end.
I saw one other person had a name.
I took care of it. Yeah, I took care of that. We already talked about that.
Okay, cool. Alrighty. So we're going to pick somebody, but have you picked anyone, Debbie?
No, I just started looking. Mystic Bond, you say, what should I do? So you want to get back with that person or you want to contact that person? Can you ask a little bit more about that question, okay? Can you just say, Christine, can you just change it to someone you're related to? Okay, please. Okay. All right. I'm going to look. I just got through doing an hour and 45-minute reading, and it was wonderful. Fun, fun, fun.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I'm going to back up and I'm going to look at some of the earlier requests.
All righty. Yikes. Okay. Let's see. Well, I've chosen. Okay.
Okay. And after Kite, after your reading, Kelly Bailey, I'll be doing yours.
Okay. Let's see. All right, Kite. You're being called to make. Hold on. Sorry. There we go. All right. You're being called at this time to make bold and ambitious choices. There's a lot of progress that's ahead of you, and there's an important relationship with somebody who shares your vision. That this is marked by anxiety. This is marked by anxiety, though. So this potential exists. This person exists. It's the person you're referring to. But you have a lot of hyperfixated thoughts, anxious thoughts, and how do I say? What's the word? I mean, hyperfixated or hyperfocused. You're very give me a moment. I'm so sorry. Wait, can you hear the yard work that's being done in the background? No? Okay, good. Never mind. So maybe it's tuning out. Maybe they're stopped. But anyway, yeah, there's this tendency for you to kind of get so caught up in the when's the next correspondence going to be? When's the next communication going to be? When am I going to hear from this person? When am I going to see this person? What did they think about the last you're reading into things a lot, and it's causing you a lot of overwhelm. You're overthinking. That's the word. I just couldn't think of it for some reason. I was overthinking. But you need to just understand that those emotions and feelings, they belong to you. And what it does, it's unfortunate. What it does is it keeps you from being your authentic self and from communicating and corresponding with other people in a truly authentic way, where they get to see who you are, and your personality and your individual self shines through. Because when you're so preoccupied by what other people think, then you're somewhat playing a role. You're somewhat putting on a performance, trying to fit this role or meet their, every need that you're anticipating, and, that you're not communicating and asking questions about. So it really removes you from the situation. And other people don't, it's not necessarily that they pick up on this consciously, but it leaves most people with a feeling like, well, that person, like whatever way they put it, they might say, well, maybe they're a little too agreeable, or they were kind of bland and didn't have much of a personality, or they're really quiet, or they, I feel like they just like, say yes to anything. They're like a yes man, whatever it may be. Bottom line is it removes you from actually being yourself. And you can't keep up a performance like that, and that's why you have so much anxiety, because you're trying to do that. And so You just need to be yourself. You just need to be yourself. The greatest way to find a partner who's going to, you know, because if you want somebody for like longevity, they're going to see the best of you. They're going to see the worst of you. So the greatest way to find somebody who's open to all of that and willing and accepting of all of that is to truly be your authentic self. No apologies about it. That's the way you're going to meet somebody who actually corresponds with who you are and your life, you know? So what you need to know though is that this is not a time right now for you to focus on that. You're actually supposed to be focusing on your stability, on your abundance. You are being divinely guided. So if there is some sort of separation that is happening right now, and you're wondering when you guys are going to reconvene or rendezvous, well, there's no there. You're focused on the wrong thing. You need to focus on your stability, on abundance, on material gains, financial stability. Um, Consider an alternative approach, and surround yourself with people who inspire you. Your friends, your maybe mentors, family, whatever, whoever it may be. But you need to gravitate toward the people that give you inspiration. Because there's prosperity that is arising from making wise decisions, and it's time. I'm just getting a message. It's time for you to take the next step. It's not time for you to focus on um, a romance. It's time for you to take the next step for your journey, your stability. This comes later. A romance comes later. Look at this. As I'm saying this, isolation. Can you even see that? No, probably not. It says isolation. Anyway, yeah, it says isolation. So this time you need to, it's a time for you to focus on self. That doesn't mean you can't talk to the person. That doesn't mean you can't, communicate that you're interested or pursue them, continue seeing them as a friend, whatever. I mean, it doesn't even mean you can't get into a romantic relationship, but you need to not get distracted by that. You need to not. And I have a feeling that due to your um, hyperfixated focus on that and all the anxiety you're feeling, and that you have a tendency to do that, to get very engulfed by a romance. And it takes your it really actually drains you a lot, and you know this, you're aware of this. um but then it's like almost like a craving for that, to get that high feeling back again, that really elated feeling in the beginning, when you meet someone new and it's all good, right? But that's the honeymoon stage. People are people are people are people at the end of the day. When they say, there's plenty of fish in the sea, yeah, well, they're all fish. So what I mean by that is everyone's got their sets of flaws. No one's perfect. Everyone's got their own issues, right? So there comes a time when you're choosing somebody to spend your time with, spend your life with, or as a partner, where you're essentially choosing a set of problems that you're willing to put up with. Because everyone, like I said, everyone's got it. So there's no, how do I say this? It's not always going to be happy-go-lucky, fine and dandy. That's the honeymoon stage. You don't know much about the person. Everything's good. You haven't seen the bad side yet. You haven't seen them when they're mad. You haven't gotten into a disagreement. It's lighthearted and fun, right? And then we start to see reality. We start to see the not so pleasant sides. When people, but at the end of the day, humans, every single one of us, are extremely difficult and complex and very, there's so many different, we have our own emotions. There's just a variety of emotions going on. Our perspectives are different. We have our opinions, and so it's just you would want the same grace if you think about all the times you've gotten upset or acted out or behaved in a way that was unpleasant, you would want the same grace and forgiveness. So we have to view we can't be so harsh on our partners and understand that everyone's human at the end of the day. People are people are people. People are going to mess up. People are going to make mistakes. And we need to have grace for that. Now, I'm saying all this to say you get so caught up in the beginning that when it starts to go bad, you're just chasing, trying to get it back to how it was in the beginning and totally missing out on actually connecting with somebody by showing them your authentic self because you're so busy chasing this thing, and also not you're not communicating through the difficult conversations to find true acceptance and find a place of how do you say, compromise. It's a team effort. um I say relationships are 100-100. They're not 50-50. They're 100-100. Because when you got somebody coming in putting in 100 and you got somebody else coming in putting in 100, guess what? When one of us, because we're not perfect, inevitably fails to bring that 100% to the table and we only got 20% today, well, that other person is all the more likely, because they're bringing 100, right? They're all the more likely to go that extra mile, because there's many times in relationships where you have to go that extra mile. You have to pick up the slack. You have to have that grace, and you have to fill that space, because not everyone's going to show up and do their 100 every day. But see, with your 50-50, people come 50-50. It's like, okay, well, I got 20. Like, well, I got 50. Okay, our relationship's suffering. You know what I mean? So it's like, you got to, relationships are 100-100. That's what I believe, at least. I'm going to say this. Things come full circle for you, and there's a lot of spiritual growth. I don't really have a time frame for you when you meet this person again or when you get to see them again. But I do, I will say this. You take this path of isolation and focus on stability, and that is where you will find peace, regardless of this person. Okay, you will find peace in focusing on self and your fulfillment, your happiness, your stability. Okay, and that does not lie within another person. And I guarantee you, along that path, you'll I mean, whether it's this person or somebody else, you'll meet that person. Okay, I'm gonna close your reading out with crystal card. You got Ulexite. It says, this clear, beautiful stone can magnify almost anything placed under it. Bringing things such as visions and dreams into focus is one of its most powerful traits. Extremely useful in meditation. Gazing into the stone can help you see what is in another's heart. Okay, so visions and dreams into focus. Keep in mind, believing is what turns into seeing. Okay, so envision it. Focus on self, continue down this path, working on, your stability, but hold that vision of what you want, of what you desire in your mind's eye, and stay true to that, regardless of the external 3D circumstances. Hold that vision, and I promise you will come to a very happy ending and things will come full circle. Okay, that's all I have for you this evening.
That was great. Wonderful reading.
Thank you, Debbie.
So I have Kelly Bailey. Hi, Kelly. You want to look at September? Okay, I got some cards for you. The first 4 cards are going to be a little bit about you, energy crossing over you, the future, the past, little glimpse, and then I'm going to look at September. The card that represents you is one of wanting to manifest truly what you really want in life to come in. Like, I want my ship to come in. I want my reward. And this is what you're manifesting in, to get something tangible. It's going to come to you. Crossing you in temporary energy is a little bit about remembering the past. So it's just kind of energy over you. Maybe there's something coming up that's going to mark a certain date or something like that. But I get fond memories of the past. And that's what you're doing right now. In the future, I do get you not seeing clearly on something small. like a small thing, and being a little stuck. So make sure that you talk to your guides and say, give me the gift of clarity so that I can, know what's coming and make fast decisions, things like that. So the past shows me the Queen of Pentacles, which is a money-minded woman. This can be you or someone else. I get that this is a person that really likes money, and also sometimes they're accountants or they are detail-oriented people. So this could be somebody that came in to give you advice, or is a really good friend, or this could be you with the money thing. All right, for September, they're showing me a healing card, but it is also my short trip card. So there could be a short trip here for you. I also get a new beginning that starts, which is really good because this is a significant and important new beginning that starts right at the 1st of September, because it shows me what's coming of that new beginning. And it means that through your lifetime, you're going to have a lot of success. And I get that it is success financially as well as other areas for you, but I really want to go. I feel like you are going to, end up with the wealth that you would like to have. So very, very good card. I call it the jackpot card. So this new transition, this new beginning heads you on that path of wealth. They are showing me that an idea is going to come in. It's going to be really fast, Kelly. Like it comes right in and you go, that's good. I'm going to grab it. And it's going to take you in a new direction. I feel like you're going to successfully implement that idea that comes in. Very, very good. They're showing me more towards the end of September, a little bit of love that comes in. It's the messenger of love. So this is where we can have a little bit of love, smile at somebody, blush or whatever, or have a date. So I do get significant little bit of love closer to the end of September. I also have someone that steps in. I get a woman. I get a woman that's very dynamic and would be a really good business person. I get ambition is her theme in this lifetime. I feel like she's motivated and can motivate and you as well as any as herself and where she's going in life. I get good friendship here. I also sometimes when I get people, they're usually show me close into the reading who you are. This could be you, but I'm getting someone else comes in priority in a significant role at the end of September. So motivating, dynamic, energized. And I love that for you. Okay. And that's what I have for you for September.
That was lovely, Debbie.
Thank you.
Give me 1 second.
Sure. So, you guys, if we don't get to you in a while, please go ahead and re-put your request in or your question. General readings, okay? Specific month or a 3-month reading. So if you say months, is it okay? 3 months, September, October, November. And let's see. Remember that these are free readings, but you can tip. We'll be showing a QR code for Matty Tarot where you can do all these great other services he has. Amazing talent. I'm telling you.
Thank you, Debbie. Okay, so I've chosen, let's see, I've chosen, where is it? What a lovely day. Okay, so, what a lovely day 90. You said, may I ask a question? And then you said, I would love to have an encouraging message from my guides. Did you have a specific question? Or did you just, because I pulled some cards, it says, I got an encouraging message for you. But if you have a specific question, let me know. Just put it in the chat, okay? But I'm going to start on this. So, what I'm getting intuitively is that there's some sort of situation that has ended, or it's coming toward that. You may not look at it like this right now, but you are finally free. There's a new opportunity for happiness. And you're really working on putting the past behind you. I'm putting something behind you. I'm putting, moving on from, I believe it's a heartbreak. Some sort of grieving is taking place, or has been taking place, or is about to. It's all a matter of perspective. There's a silver lining to things that may not seem so pleasant, that may not seem like they were fair, that may not seem like it was supposed to happen. Sometimes you might feel like this was not supposed to happen this way. And finding that silver lining is so crucial to the healing process, to being able to move on, to being able to find the strength that was forged in that hardship, the inner strength in you, the wisdom, the growth, the from the experience. In order to recognize that and see that and acknowledge it and embrace it, you must take a new perspective and see the silver lining. Now, the best way to do this is to pause for reflection and insight, and you want to clear the emotional body from any. I don't want to. I don't like the notion that emotions are negative or positive. Emotions are just emotions. They just exist. They're neither negative or positive. Some of them are unpleasant. They don't feel good. They don't feel very, and especially with the societal, ideas we have about like anger or sadness, you know, these are negative emotions, but they're not. They all serve a purpose. Every emotion serves a purpose. Okay. Anger lets us know there's been an injustice. We've been wronged in some way. Something isn't fair, right? So we get angry to it's like calling us. It's a call to action. Sadness is to let us know we've experienced some sort of loss, and we need to acknowledge that. Every emotion has a purpose. My point is, be wary of the, how do you say, I'll call them the parasitic emotions, because they're really not emotions. I mean, technically they are, but there's some that are parasitic, that things like resentment, things like feelings of being bitter, of envy. These types of things, they do no good for you or anyone else, especially you, though. So that's the catch-22 with them, is that we may feel these feelings of resentment. We may feel these feelings of, bitterness, but really, in the end, we're harboring that in our own emotional body. We're carrying it. There's a saying, I'm sure you've heard it. Resentment is like drinking poison and expecting and hoping for the other person to die. They didn't drink the poison, you drank the poison, because you have the resentment, and it's going to just sit in there and rot, and it will eat away at you. So it is best to address those things. If you have feelings of, and I'm not saying that this you're a bad person if you have resentment and you carry it around. No, I'm not saying that at all. It's totally normal to, if there's been an injustice and you're angry, or feel like something's unfair, or just in general, it's very normal to develop these feelings and to have them. But it's all a matter of what you do with it. Okay. So you can reframe, find the silver lining, pause for reflection and insight to address any parasitic emotions, or that are energy that's still in your emotional body. And really, you want to really walk forward with taking the time to taking charge of the situation. So, how do I say this? What I'm for some reason I'm getting a message that this is not necessarily over. You're gonna talk to this person again. I think something happened where you are upset at them and you don't know how you can forgive them. I think that's I'm getting that right now. So you just can't, you don't know how you could go about forgiving them for something. But let me tell you something. This person may have done something that hurt you, but you got to look at it this way. We all make associations to things. So, like, let's just, for example, it's raining outside. One person may say, "Oh my gosh, I love the rain," and another person might say, "I absolutely hate the rain." And the person who loves the rain, they love the rain because they have all these memories of jumping around in the rain, puddles with their sister, and da 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 da, right? And it's just so much fun. Well, the other person is like hates the rain because they have memory of their mother crashing into a semi on the freeway and passing away 10 years ago, because it was rainy. Like, so that's the same thing happening, right? And two totally different perspectives, two totally different associations that are mental, those people are making to that situation, and then having emotions arise from those associated, that meaning that has been assigned to the rain, right? So understand that humans, we do this with everything. We assign a meaning to something. So really, that's a great way to break it down and see, and to try and remove some of the blame on a person when you're feeling like, oh, there's so much to blame, and they're, like, how could I ever forgive them? Okay, well, try to break it down in a matter of, like, what meaning did you assign to their words, to their actions? What meanings did you assign to these things? And did those wounds exist within you prior to ever knowing this person? So is it that this person has torn you open and created this wound, or is it that you already had that wound and this person has maybe in a fit of anger, or in a low moment of poor behavior, agitated that wound that you already had, it already existed? So that's something to think about. And you need to understand that people can't push your buttons or trigger you or upset those wounds if you dismantle the button. If you don't have the button, take the button away. Address that trigger. That's your responsibility, and heal that wound. Then people can't agitate it. People can't press the button. People can't trigger you. You know what I mean? So this is a time of transformation for you. It's a time for inner strength, courage, vulnerability, but it's marked by this relationship. I'm just getting a message. You're being asked to forgive somebody. So, if you need encouragement to know that that is that is the right path, then here it is. You need to reach an understanding with this person, because there's been a major misunderstanding, and I think it's due to what I was just talking about. You have, maybe this wound existed prior, and it's just a matter of reframing your perspective and seeing the silver lining and approaching it in an entirely different way. Okay? And that's going to take inner strength. That's going to take inner courage. That's going to take confidence in self. And that's going to take being vulnerable. And don't ever let anybody tell you vulnerability is weak, because vulnerability is the most strong. It's the strongest thing you can do, or it's the strongest show. I'm sorry. It's the strongest thing you can show and be is vulnerable. I mean, imagine somebody who stands up and says, here's the softest part of me, and I'm gonna put it out there, and you could tear me down with this information. You could, that takes a lot of bravery and courage. So vulnerability is extremely courageous and a strength, and it is a vital one if you want any sort of meaningful relationship. Okay, but again, I'm getting this message very strongly. Forgive this person. Forgive them and try to reach an understanding. Okay, Radochrosite. Radochrosite helps you face each day with a positive attitude. This stone helps you express your feelings in a positive way, opening the lines of communication without fear. This is a powerful tool for anyone who has difficulty expressing themselves. I'll say this: approach a situation when you're talking about something that somebody did to you. Approach it this way. Don't say you did this, you did this, you did this. Say I. So I'll just say, you yelled at me, and that's rude as hell. Okay, that's a totally different statement than I feel very disrespected when I am yelled at. Can we talk about that? See how entirely different that is, but you're saying the exact same thing. The second statement will get a person to actually look at their behavior, and it will also get them in a open dialogue conversation with you, and they won't be on defense. So rephrase think about it, the things you want to say. You can express yourself and tell somebody how they hurt you without ever saying you. Talk about yourself, talk about your feelings. Okay, so that's all I have for you this evening. I hope it helped. Thank you.
Thank you. That was great. I'm going to do Tammy King. Hi, Tammy. What I did for you, Tammy, is I just threw out cards asking for the rest of the year, okay, to see what was going on. But you have a very knowing card that represents you. It's a death card, which is a good card here. And it means I want a big change. I want a change in lifestyle. I want this super transformation to come and live differently. So you're manifesting in that you want that big change to come. I do get crossing you in temporary energy. The thinking about your future card is there, where we're just kind of thinking about what's ahead, trying to plan. So I do get that as temporary energy over you. Now, in the future, I do get a Queen of Swords. I have to cough, sorry. So as most of you know, I'm recovering from COVID. So it's been I'm coughing now, like it's come back. So please bear with me on that. um, I do get the Queen of Swords in the future. This could be you or someone else, Tammy. So a Queen of Swords is Libra-like, has a justice theme of what's right and wrong. She could battle. She could. Um, she's very intelligent. Maybe she would champion causes. Very, very good person, but no nonsense. Okay, so this can be you or someone else in the future. If it's someone else, that's a good person to have on your side. In the past position shows me maybe a refund or a little bit of money might have come, and so that it can be money that's tied to you in some way. You should have gotten it. So it's just showing me that in the past. Now, for the rest of the year, I get a legal card here. I get the justice card. Usually that means you've made the right decision, and sometimes it can be legal paperwork. I do get that you get a new job because it's showing me we have a new stream of money, we have a new project or a new job coming in. And you wrote, been off work because of it. I do get that. It's showing me probably maybe the end of, mid to end of September, 1st of October, somewhere in that. But I do see a new job. Here you go. All right. I do want to tell you, I do get a cautious card. This card sometimes comes when somebody rushes in and that's not a good thing. Always take time to make your decisions. So more in the middle of the time period we're looking here in first part of October, make sure that you take more time to before you speak, before you say anything, before you sign contracts. Okay. They are showing me a new path for you. So we're going more into November here. Make sure you let your intuition guide you on this new path, okay, so that you go in the right direction. And I feel like it's very good because it's leading to a partnership more towards the end of the year. I get harmony in partnership, getting along with someone, working with someone. It's very, very good. When we get to the very end of the year, it shows me what we usually get when it's the end of the year is reflecting on sweet memories of the past. So that's where you end up at. So there is a big change because there's a new like job or new project that you have here, new money. And I also get that you are manifesting the big change, okay? And that's what I get for you. And I think it feels good. It feels good to me, all right? So best of luck.
That was lovely, Debbie.
Sorry.
You're
I'm
fine.
going to go look for someone else and I will put in the comments who I select.
Alrighty. I am I've already selected somebody. Let me get them up here. Okay. So SMLF. I've been loved and I have been in love, but I never experienced a long-term soulmates relationship. Will it ever happen? So, yes, it will. I don't know when, but it will. Um, and I'll explain why I say that. So first of all, you you've had a I don't know if it's just one experience that was really significant or maybe a couple or a few even, but I'll just say this: your experiences in love have have hurt you, but they've also been the best teachers. The benefit of experience is um, immeasurable. You need to right now focus. You're being asked to focus on career and self because you need to cleanse this hunger you have. You have a deep hunger for love. And so when we feel this way, it is almost as you know, you can look at it this way. You might be so in love with the idea of love, of being in love, the idea of having that soulmate, that having that relationship, that you really settle in certain cases, or you might end up settling, or maybe you have in the past settled for cases or overlooked red flags or stayed too long in a space where you know it wasn't right, um and you knew it, some part of you knew, but like you just you know you wanted to overlook the red flags and stay because of that deep desire, hunger for that love. Now the reason that exists is because you derive some sort, and I'm not saying any of this to get on you or to be rude in any way, so please you know, understand that. What I'm saying though, that deep desire, that deep hunger, it comes from a place of you place some of your value in that. Your Some of your self-worth is placed in the idea of finding that person who will then validate that for you. And so there's a lot of strength through grace. There's a lot of strength through kindness, through self confidence. And you have to forgive yourself. A lot of times when we are in order to grow and move forward in our life, we must find there's two things that are so vital: forgiveness. We have to forgive ourselves, and gratitude. We have to be grateful for our experiences, whether they were pleasant or unpleasant. Because through forgiveness and gratitude comes this emergence of self-confidence, of how do I say? Mm, there's this emergence of this self-love, essentially, through forgiveness and gratitude. And and that's the path. That is the path to that. So it also will get rid of that hunger. And sometimes you have to look at it this way. I remember there was one day I had this realization. I was like, I am in, I know it sounds weird to say out loud, so, but I mean, it's true. If you really think about it, a lot of people are in the same position. We have some sort of addiction to our pain story. We have some sort of like tendency to lean in and like, oh, I'm the damaged one, I'm hurt, I'm just broken, or I'm, I've been so wronged, or it's victimhood mentality. And what it does is no help for us, and it literally just keeps us. We have to take responsibility. We have to take extreme responsibility for our emotions, for our emotional world, because nobody is going to come and pull us. No one can come and do it for you. You have to own it, and you have to say, and it comes this harsh realization one day of like, okay, regardless of the circumstances of my life, I am 100% responsible for where I go from here, no matter the hand I've been dealt. And that's kind of where you're at right now. And if you're able to find this forgiveness and you're able to find this gratitude, you might have to get a little creative, but I believe in you. And I do see that. Here, I'll say this. I don't know how long it takes you, but I do see you doing fine at this. Something clicks. You're able to. I mean, you're divinely protected here. In the charms, you've got the Eye of Horus, so that's divine protection. And you've got the stethoscope, which is following your heart, listening to your heart. And the way you listen to your heart is you turn off your mind. Your mind is so good at lying to you, and it will tell you all these terrible things about yourself and all the reasons you shouldn't forgive yourself. And it'll try to blame you. It'll try to blame other people. It will try to keep you in the same space and limit you with limiting beliefs. And it will also lie to you and tell you that you don't need this or you don't need that, because it'll settle, it'll do all these things. So shut the brain. I'm sorry, the mind knows nothing. That's why it has to think. And the heart is what knows. Okay, so you need to shut off, get out of your head and get into your body and feel and follow your heart. Okay, there's a new opportunity available to you. It is very fertile in the sense that I'm going to say like abundant. It's teeming with life. I'll say that instead of fertile. But this acorn marks that, right? So the acorn is this new path, this new opportunity, essentially turning a new leaf, and it's there's a lot of it's very rich in life and opportunity, how do I say? I don't know what the word I'm looking for, like vitality or vigor. Anyway, there's a lot down this path for you. And essentially, you got to get out of your comfort zone. There's the globe came out here. So this is here. We'll get to this. The globe here. So you're going to address this inner, these emotions, and you're going to address your self-worth and your self-confidence, and you know exactly what you need to do already. So I don't even need to tell you that. But going down this path of career, of self, building strength through kindness, through self-confidence, through self-forgiveness. This cleansing and this gratitude and this forgiveness will bring in self-love, and then that's when this connection happens. Because when but also it's going to be in this time of, you're going to go down some sort of path in career. It's going to take you places. It's going to take you you're going to go maybe move. It may just be a move in career choice. It may be a move in like a job. Maybe not even in career choice. Could just be a move in your office. Like, but it's not going to happen in the space you're in right now. You got to get into a new routine. Okay, so totally overhaul your routine. And a great way to start this really small is like, just start baby steps, one foot in front of the other. Slow and steady wins the race. It's so true. Okay, you don't need to do big drastic changes. If you're okay with that, do it. But you're going to completely overhaul your entire routine, but you can start small by just simply, instead of taking a shower first and then brush your teeth and then take a shower, like, and then just switch things each and every day. That's really, really arbitrary what I'm saying, but it's just an example. Okay, but you're going to completely overhaul your entire routine in the way and in your entire approach. Okay, and then that's when this connection happens. The world is your oyster, so don't leave any door unopened. And if you are curious, follow that curiosity. Okay, in this case, curiosity did not kill the cat. Don't get it, mind your own business, but be curious, be open-minded. Okay, but this is when you have this connection come in. And look, connection going well. So not only will can you see this? Not only will the connection go well, but it will be when you're doing better, when things are going well for you. That's when it happens. When you are effortlessly finding this gratitude, living in this sense of gratitude, that's when it happens. The Ace of Raphael came out here, and that is a positive, new emotional experience, fulfilling romantic relationships, and a deep and lasting spiritual bond. That's the card that came out. So I can very much say with confidence that it shows after your healing journey, after the new path, you find this connection. And then what you don't see coming, you got the Knight of Raphael. That's a committed romantic relationship being swept off your feet, essentially. Again, Disney movies are Disney movies. Real life is real life. There's no person who's perfect, who's going to sweep you off your feet, and it's going to be, oh my gosh, happily ever after, forever and ever. Like, it's going to be real life, and real life is the the magic of a person is the magic of a magical relationship. I'm sorry, a relationship's not magical because a person you find is perfect and everything, we get along and we're all fine and dandy and nothing ever goes bad. No, a committed relationship that lasts and has longevity is magical because of the hardship and all the shit you go through with somebody, because it's really, really, two people, building a life together it can get messy sometimes. And this doesn't condone violence or abuse or anything, like cheating or anything. I'm not saying that's not part of the journey. Okay, that's totally different. What I'm saying is people are difficult at the end of the day, so we all have our own things, right? And building a life with somebody is difficult, but that's the magic, is finding somebody who's willing to stick that out and do that with you. That's magical. That's freaking crazy. Like, because it's really hard. So, but it's so worth it. It's so worth it. And it looks like you meet this type of person. So congratulations in advance. I wish you the best on your healing journey. Here's the last message for you. Your worry is unnecessary. You need to focus your thoughts on the outcome that you desire, and release any feelings of regret, guilt, or worry to your angels. Okay? That's all I have for you this evening.
That was great. I don't know how to say your name. That's not new. Okay. Okay, you're asking about in the next few months, will the love interest make a move to form a couple? First four cards are for you. I love the card that comes down for you first. It is represents you, and it says you're going after everything you want in life. You aim to check your goals off and get your desires and make a big change, a positive change in your life, and maybe see the world. So you have this really great card that represents you. I get over you and temporary energy, good news, and money, by the way. So that's kind of floating there. And in looking at your cards, you should always be manifesting for a nice big chunk of money to come in. I do get in the new year in 2025 some good news for you, by the way. Past position is shows me that you're open to love, open heart, blessings, and joy. You're open for all this wonderful love to come in. Do I see you forming a couple and her making a move? Uh, no, I don't. And I'm looking at the rest of the year. I don't see that. You can manifest for it, but I'm going to tell you what I do see. I do get in September that you're going to be communicating with the other side. So watch for signs or remember your dreams, because this is important to get these messages. Mid to end of September, they're showing me a very ambitious male, somebody who might even have a business degree, good in business. So this might be you or it might be someone else. And I feel very motivated and ambitious and trying to, reach what you want out of life at this point. In October, I get you going with the flow. Whatever's good for everybody's good for you. But let me tell you about mid October. I have a cautionary card for you. I feel like somebody's going to be not telling you something. Okay. I feel like that you're going to be busy. I took extra cards. Things are going to be better in the future, but I feel like somebody's not telling you something. This might spur you to actually try to talk to people around you, find out what's going on. When I get to November, again, we have something going on. Though this is the card of feeling lonely and unsupported, I am getting that you might have a betrayal here. I get there's a female. I get that you're multi-skilled and it has about something that you made or you've done in something that's intellectual property. Okay, so you need to be careful. There is something going on in October and November that shows me that somebody's not telling you something. We have a betrayal has to do with something that you do and something that you're skilled at. And maybe you made something, but you need to keep an eye on that. All right. It does show me that more towards the end of November and stuff, we're juggling money a little bit. So we have to take some money and put it here, take some money and put it there. So as I said before, go ahead and manifest for the money to come in. Use the law of attraction. Okay. I do not see that there is any big romantic thing here. Okay. I don't see my card of relationship or anything like that. So I'm sorry to tell you that, but that's what I see. And best of luck to you. Do you want to show your QR code?
Yes, I was gonna say. I just want to say. Somebody said, "Where is it?" Pania said, "How to balance my chakras, any chakra reading." We don't do those on here, Pania, but I do offer a chakra cleansing and rebalancing service. I'm going to show my QR code. It'll take you to my booking site. That is for everybody to see. I have many services to offer, but the chakra one specifically, we do a chakra reading. I actually have this. What's it called? Why can't I think of the name?
Oh, I wasn't looking. I'm reading.
What is?
Selenite.
Thank you. All the different stones I have. Okay, selenite. So this is made of selenite, and it's got all the chakras on it. So I put a corresponding little heart stone that corresponds with the chakra on each one, and we take the pendulum and we put it over, and I connect with you, and we see which one of your chakras are flowing, which ones are blocked and not flowing, and exactly where your areas of focus need to be. And then after we determine that, we have a consultation and kind of talk about it, and I give you an at-home plan. It's totally personalized. I make it for you, to address those chakras and get them open and flowing again. You take it home, and you can do a 1 month, 2 month, 3 month, however, and it's exercises and activities to do at home to get that open and flowing again. And then we reconvene at the end, and you let me know how it went. And I've never had anyone say it didn't work. So if you're interested in that, you can take a look at my QR code. I'm about to play that. Here we go. But that is the end of our show, guys. So thank you so much for your support, for being here, for everything. And if you didn't like the video, thumbs up the video. Please hit the thumbs up. It's very important for our growth, and the algorithm will let everybody know if you hit the thumbs up. Okay, so if you like our show and you want to see us grow, hit the thumbs up to let YouTube know. Okay.
And we'll be here on Friday.
Yes.
But Monday is Labor Day in the US, so we will be off on Monday.
Yes, we're here, guys, every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 6:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, unless it's a holiday or one of us is, ill or out. But we'll be here on Friday. It's going to be Fluid Friday, so you're encouraged to drink fluids, water especially. But if you want to have a little drink with us, you can. And we do a Friday Feuds poll, so that'll be fun. And we play What's in Your Cup. But again, 6:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
All right, you guys. We'll see you soon, and thank you for watching.